You know if Mr. Granberg, have you been in touch with him?
Um, good morning, Your Honor. I have not. I know that this is Bruce Gomez's case. I'm covering for him because he had a JP hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Mr. Granberg is going to be attending today. I know it's set as an entry of judgment because the parties reached an agreement back in February with an MSA.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen an order for us to review and sign and submit to you, Judge. So I
Okay.
don't know
Let
the
me
answer.
call it very quickly. This is cause number 2022 DCV 3366. Eduardo Contreras et al. Versus Christian Manuel Burciaga et al. May I have announcements, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. George Mansorati on behalf of the defendant, Christian Burciaga and I believe Pedro Lujan. Ready.
All right, and this was set for an entry of judgment back at the end of February. Okay, and Mr. Granberg is not here. Mr. Medina, can you tell me if he opened the notice of today's hearing?
Yes, Judge, it is for you.
Thank you.
Had a busy morning so far, Judge. I assume.
Oh, it's a busy year.
It's the story of our lives, I guess.
Yeah. I'm a little, I mean, has there been any movement since the last hearing, Mr. Monserrati?
Your Honor, what Mr. Gomez told me is that the terms that the parties agreed to in the mediated settlement agreement, they are being complied with. There was an initial payment of a certain amount by a certain date that was made, and then there's going to be 24 subsequent payments. And those have been started, but I doubt you want to keep this case open for the next 2 years.
Mhm.
Uh, so but as far as Mr. Gomez has advised me, the parties are cooperating based on what they agreed to at the mediation. So I don't really think there's any more that needs to be done, Your Honor. If Mr. Granberg wants to submit it in the form of a proposed judgment, I mean, he can do that, but we just haven't seen anything from Mr. Granberg.
Well,
Okay, Judge, I got information.
okay,
Mr. John Granberg, he did not open the notice.
yeah. I'm gonna set this for DWAP in 30 days.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You may, thank you for appearing as well.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good to see you.
Mr. Medina, thank you very much. All right, let's go to the next one.
Next one is page 1, also Judge Labanati and Leon. Let me bring them in.
Mhm.
Hello? Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning, Ms. De Leon. Let me go ahead and call it. Calling cause number 2022 DCV 3342 Rivas versus El Paso County and Lorenzo Javier Juarez. May I have announcements?
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniela Pinalti for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Felicia de Leon for the defendant.
Final civil pretrial. Are we going to trial, ladies?
We already judged. I'm not sure about the defendant. So we are in a trial with Kurt Paxson and I, with Trudy D'Souza. And that's a 5-year-old case in CC3. We're having pretrial there also this afternoon with Judge Baeza. I am not sure if that's going to go. This is not going to go because we can't be in 2 places at the same time. But if
You're
that,
not going to get a lot of pushback from me because if memory serves, I haven't checked an updated May 17th trial docket, but I remember it being extremely full on the civil end. And I have more than a handful of cases. So you're not going to break my heart if you tell me you're going to trial in CC3.
And Judge, we're also set in the 205th that week as well.
I
don't know if
Mr.
that's
Paxson is set here also on that date. There's another one that's going, like he straight up told me we are going, and it's on that 17th. In fact, it was that case that alerted me to the heavy civil docket that I have on that date. So I don't like to bring you in unnecessarily, but I really don't have you all coming in until docket call.
Okay,
Uh,
Judge.
If you can give me or send to Ms. Hernandez some like informal heads up and letting me know whether you want to stay on my docket or if you're gonna agree to maybe move it. Let me know. Scheduling on that week is gonna be a little tricky. So it sounds like everybody's in the same boat.
Yes,
Sounds like
it's
all the
crazy, Judge.
The judges got together and said everybody try it 2 weeks before the holiday, right? The week,
Yeah.
Memorial Day. All right.
It's been crazy, Judge. I don't know. I just want to pull my hair, but we're like burning the candles. I think everyone is. And
Both ends, yeah, definitely.
So I will leave it as is and see what happens. Okay, if
Yeah.
something changes, you all let me know. If you if you know this afternoon that your CC3 case is going, is that the one CC3?
yeah, CC3.
Then just let me know if you want me to do anything or just leave it as is. Okay.
We'll do, Judge. And I have another hearing, Judge, in this court. So I will wait for that. I believe it's Jasmine Silva case, and we're not ready on that case. So that's good news. But
Let me see if I can find it.
Felicia, when is Kurt giving his closing?
I think they're doing it right now, actually.
Oh,
I know.
Thank
I'm
you
in another
for your-
mediation. I am
for
in
your
a mediation, Judge. Look, I'm double. I'm like jumping from one computer to the other. So I can't.
Thank you so much, Ms. Labonati. As soon as we can get to your next case, we will. Thank you, Ms. Leon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Take
Judge.
care. All right, who's next?
Next is page 2, Judge, 3302, top of the page.
Sorry, Deborah, we get all excited on that case and everybody's talking at the same time.
Just like getting a horrible echo on your end, Judge, sometimes. So
Really?
I just
Oh.
put in audible. I'll put in audible.
Mhm. Maybe it's my Starbucks.
I think you maybe have some cross speaker microphone issue. It was when Miss Labonati was speaking that her echo went onto your screen lit up.
Oh, okay. All right, good morning, gentlemen. Cause number 2022 DCV 3302, Jacob Cavender versus Abraham Gamboa. May I have announcements?
Good morning, Your Honor. John Alfier from Levitt Law Firm for the plaintiff.
And Joshua Murphy on behalf of Defendant Gamboa, Your Honor.
Final civil pretrial, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Judge, we mediated on Monday. I am waiting. There is a possibly workable offer. I'm waiting to hear back from some doctors. The judge gave us till next Monday to decide. Hopefully I'll have an answer by then. Well, I'll definitely have an answer one way or the other by then.
Okay. Well, we're not set again until our docket call. Any reason you all want to come in next week and give me a heads up, or can I just rely on you all to give us an informal heads up if we're a go?
I will give you, I'll let you know either way, Judge.
Okay.
And that's correct, Judge. And this is one, I know we had a motion to continue on file. There was still some pending information that we had waiting. The court ordered us to move forward to the mediation, but
Oh, okay. So why don't you just let me know after Monday? If this is resolved or not, and just remind me. I do see I have a notation here that I had taken the continuance under advisement. You can,
Thank you, Judge.
I think, pretty much expect I will grant that due to the very heavy civil docket that I have in that trial date. Okay.
thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
Thanks a lot, gentlemen. We're gonna put you back in the waiting room unless you're done and you're free to go.
Judge, who should I contact? Who's your?
Ms. Hernandez, my.Hernandez, Myrna.
Okay. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay, Judge, 0487. Right
Is
below
Mr.
that.
Benjamin here?
Yes, ma'am, let me bring him.
Okay. Mr. Benjamin, are you there?
Here, Your Honor.
Okay, calling 2024's DCV 0487 Alvarez versus Felix Alvarez versus Arturo Alvarez et al. May I have announcements, please?
Rock Benjamin on behalf of Felix Alvarez, Your Honor.
So I don't see, I think we had kind of agreed, we're just set for a status. Have we come up with next steps, Mr. Benjamin?
Well, Your Honor, and the court's asking, and this is where I'm going to tell the court, what I have come up with, Your Honor, is I have sent 2 certified letters along with regular letters to his address.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, you know, I'm entitled, I think he's entitled to notice, but the first one that was, and we had reset this last month, so to speak, that one has been returned as not claimed. And the next one, and we just verified this morning, is still sitting, that was noticed, that was sent out on March 22nd, is still sitting at his pickup location. Or, I mean, it's still in transit, is what I'm being told. And
Is
so,
there a closeout date for that to either be determined to not be picked up, or does it
my
sit there
understanding is no.
forever?
My understanding, well, no, I think eventually I get him back, kind of like I did the last one. And so, for my client's benefit, Your Honor, I want positive service because I don't want.
Are you going to do something like publication?
What I was going to do is, and Your Honor, and I guess that's kind of where I've never been in this. I don't think I've only ever taken one default and I've never gotten this far. So, I guess what I was going to do is file an affidavit of diligence, and then I was going to, in there, ask to have notice be allowed to be left on his door. And I have a family member who's going to say that's his address and that's been his address.
Okay.
And proceed that way, Your Honor, if that was okay with the court.
So that's fine by me. Make your request to have citation done in that manner. I'm assuming you're gonna wait until we know until we close out the one that's outstanding now. So I'm trying to get a feel for a timetable. Are we talking 45 or 60 days?
60 days is the number that was in the back of my head banging around, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm going to reset the status for 60 days. In my opinion, as soon as you know the outstanding service is closed out, returned, unserved, or whatever it is, if it is not completed by that manner, then I would say immediately file your request to have citation by alternative means, by publication, or by posting there at the home, and email it to Ms. Hernandez. I won't need to set that for a hearing. I can approve it once I review it, and then hopefully that will conform with the 60-day reset.
Okay. I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who's next?
Sorry, Judge, 1430, same page.
Good morning, everyone. Calling cause number 2022 DCV 1430 Southwestern Bell Telephone Company, DBA TNT Texas versus Americ Choice Construction LLC. May I have announcements, please?
It's Ray Vela for plaintiff, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Jeanette Garcia for defendants, Your Honor.
Good morning. Excuse me, final status conference. How are we doing on this case?
Oh, we're coming along, Your Honor. We filed a joint motion for continuance yesterday. We've taken a deposition and just recently obtained some records. It's a telephone cable damage case that had to do with a boring project in the city of El Paso. And it took us a while to get the relevant records and plans from the city and from a contractor that was in California. So we were able to finally obtain those records and exchange those in the last few weeks. And we're in the process of scheduling the depositions that we need to in order to get the case right for mediation. But we just need a little more time. Ms. Garcia and I have become friendly and are talking often, trying to get things scheduled. It's just with the clients and attorneys' calendars, we're trying to plug in the blanks. We have I think 1 or 2 of the depositions scheduled already, and we've got a couple more we're trying to get. And then
so let me understand. So due to some of this outstanding discovery, we're not going to make the mediation deadline that's in the scheduling order, right?
Right. I mean, we can do it if the court orders. I don't think it will be productive.
Okay, well, it was ordered, but I hear you. So let's, I'll go ahead. I was just checking, double checking that I didn't already have the proposed order granting. I will go ahead and do that. But I want to do that with the idea of being able to give you a new mediation deadline, not necessarily a new scheduling order, unless you all would prefer a new scheduling order at this time.
I think we probably would
Okay.
prefer a scheduling order just to kind of reset a few of these dates. Like I said, we have worked well together and we are trying to get this thing moving along. It's just logistically been a little difficult, but I
Okay.
feel like we've got a good plan.
So I think we entered the last scheduling order in December. I don't want to put you too far out. So we're gonna look at February of 2025. We're gonna do February 7th of 2025. That should basically give you to the end of the year to knock
Yeah.
out mediation.
That should be plenty, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do the whole new, if you have the old scheduling order, please, if you have a blank copy, use that. If not, we'll send it to you. Everything else, if you'll insert the deadlines with that new date and we'll go based off of that, your joint motion for continuance is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your
Thank you
Honor.
very much, and just get the scheduling order back to us within 2 weeks.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good
Right,
day.
thank you. Yes, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Judge, next, 3387.
Okay.
Same page.
Good morning. Calling cause number 2022 DCV 3387 Jennifer Ramos versus Sarah Nicole Arispe. May I have announcements, please?
Michael Alvarez for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I think I'm in the wrong case. This is Michelle Esparza for Padilla Homes.
Correct.
The case is 3787.
Yes, I apologize.
Good to see you. We'll see you in a bit.
Honors, the same thing here. I'm with Padilla Homes as well. I think I'm being put in the wrong case by accident. This is Henry Becker for the plaintiff in that matter.
I apologize. It's my dyslexia.
So do we have Mr. Grambling?
No, Judge. He has not logged in.
Second. So we got 37. So there's nobody else on 33. I'm learning your system here, Mr. Monares. Okay. While we're waiting, Mr. Medina, would you please check that he received notice? Mr. Alvarez, do you have an update for me?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, we don't have a mediation date set. We've been circulating availability dates, and Mr. Grambling unfortunately has been unresponsive. He did respond to an email on April 10th where we asked if he was in agreement with our with the motion for continuance. And he responded, yeah, yes, he was in agreement, but subsequently when we circulated a draft for his signature, we didn't get a response. So we'll likely be filing the motion for continuance, and we'll raise it orally now, a motion for continuance. That's what we alerted the court at the last hearing that we would need, and the court, I believe, asked us to go ahead and that the court would grant the continuance, but wanted us to have a mediation confirmed. And so unfortunately, for the reasons stated, we don't have that date set. We have been circulating dates. We sent another email this morning with an availability of May, early May for mediation with Judge Antcliffe's office. So we're just waiting on counsel to confirm May 17th. So we're just waiting on or May 13th. May 13th is the proposed mediation date with Judge Antcliffe, and we're just waiting for counsel to confirm. We haven't been able to get a hold of him.
Can we call Mr. Grambling? I mean, here's the problem, Mr. Alvarez. The discovery control plan and scheduling order has been in place since June of 2023. So almost a year. Your deadline to mediate was yesterday. We may have discussed at the last hearing, some possible, flexibility, on moving that date. But if you're scheduled for the 13th, I still have, you know, if it doesn't mediate, I have a docket call on the 15th. So that works, but it doesn't sound like it's finalized.
Yeah, we haven't confirmed that the 13th we're available, and we'll continue reaching out to counsel's office. Hopefully the court can reach him now. The one of the things here is that it's the damage model is really low, so we really think this should settle without trial, and so we're trying to do that to save on resources and costs.
Well, yeah, it's just very last minute, right? I mean,
I have information on
So-
Mr. Grambling, Judge.
I'm sorry?
I have information on that on Mr. Grambling.
Yes, sir.
So yes, he did open it, but since June 8th of last year.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to this one. Let's see if we get Mr. Grumbling. We'll come back to you, Mr. Alvarez.
Thank you, Judge. I'll stick around.
Okay, who's next?
3519, Judge.
All right, good morning, gentlemen. Calling cause number 2022 DCV 3519. Lluvia Banuelos versus Luis Mendoza Flores. May I have announcements, please?
Charles Sanders, counsel for the plaintiff.
And Joshua Murphy on behalf of defendant Mendoza Flores, Your Honor.
Okay, and so we are set for a final civil pretrial. Do you have an update?
We do, Your Honor. We have a mediation and depots that are set. Unfortunately, the mediation is set after the trial. We had filed the motion to continue, and I believe I saw an order signed by the court, but
Correct. I don't have a follow-up trial date. I just have this final civil pretrial. So when is the mediation depot? When are those happening?
the depots are happening. I believe it's about a week before the trial, Your Honor, and the soonest mediation that we could get on the books was in July, Your Honor.
July what?
Let me see. I'm pulling that up right now.
July 8th. July 8th, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to bring you in on July 17th for a status conference. 10 a.m. Good luck.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You as well.
All right. Who's
Okay,
next?
Judge, now 3786.
Okay. Calling cause number 2022 DCV 3787 Patel versus Padilla Homes et al. May I have announcements, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Henry Becker appearing for the plaintiffs.
Hi, Your Honor. Michelle Esparza for the defendants.
Good morning. Status conference on this one. How are we doing?
Your Honor, we've been trying to reach a settlement of some sort, and it has been difficult because all of the local mediators are conflicted out, and that has required us to look to AAA mediation. And the problem with AAA mediation is that it's very expensive. So, for example, it requires a retainer of over $2,000 just to start on that road. So what we're doing right now to try to save costs and keep a settlement value low is to come up with a final and best offer of settlement within the next week or so. And assuming that doesn't work out, we'll have to engage AAA and try to get this informally settled. So we would request a further status conference in 30 days just to check on the resolution of that. But that is what we're currently doing.
So I'm pretty sure I've heard this every time I set a status conference. And I thought we were at AAA last time because there had been so much back and forth with respect to the mediators that could hear a mediation in this case. So I feel like we're still at the same point. since we were a month ago. I'll give you 2 weeks. I'll give you 2 weeks, but at some point, you all need to decide whether you're just gonna, if this doesn't work out, if you all are gonna go that route, or not, because I think we've gone through, if I go through all my statuses, holy smokes, since May of 2023, you all have been on statuses for a year. That's not gonna continue, okay?
Understood,
So
Your Honor.
I understand the complications, but this has been the same, we've kind of been on the same boat many times. So I am gonna send you 2 weeks for a status conference. I'm tempted to set it for you up. There's really been not a lot of movement for my purposes. I understand your difficulties, but set it in 2 weeks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, who's next?
Next is page 3, Judge 2608.
Okay, is it Bromer?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Fulton
Are these-
Bromer.
Good morning. These two gentlemen, they're both with you, right? I'm just trying to make sure I have my boxes squared away here.
That's right. I'm sorry to flood your courtroom with young lawyers, but we have a couple of guys on their training bar cards, and Caleb Shook is going to handle the hearing today. I'm his supervising attorney.
Okay, well, welcome. Calling cause number 2023 DCV 2608, Region Care Center of El Paso versus Susanna Pilot and LaDonna Mori. May I have announcements, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Caleb Shook. I'm here on behalf of the Plaintiffs Region Care Center. We filed a 106 motion to substitute service, our process server, attached an affidavit to that motion showing several attempts of service that could not be affected. We would like the court to grant our motion so we can post our service at the addresses of both of the defendants.
So I feel like it's been a minute since I went and reviewed this. Can you tell me a little bit? Weren't these two individuals, I guess they were clients of Regent Care? Is that what it was? And then let me go back and look.
That's
Okay,
correct. They
so
were
one
both.
of these- Mhm.
They both
But-
contracted assisted living services from Regent Care.
And one, is it Miss Pilot? She is now at another center, is that right?
Yes, they're both at the same center. And only one of them contracted the services. The other one was a responsible party, Miss Moray.
So I thought I read, is it Miss Mori? You're asking for her to be served at a domicile. I did not see her as being at the same place. Is that right?
Originally, we had a different address for her that we attempted service at, but when our process server attempted the service, it's in the affidavit, which I can pull up. Our process server found out that she's also at the same facility as Miss Pilat.
And so let's see, I'm looking at the motion from March 11th, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking for service at 5904 Marlin Drive on Miss Mori?
On that one, as well as the Patriots rehabilitative facility.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm clear because I feel like I'm reading this, maybe I'm off in what I'm reading here. But Miss Pilot is at Patriot Rehab on Gateway North Boulevard, right? And then LaDonna Mori's, I'm not seeing that she is at that Patriot Rehab. I'm seeing what you're asking for is service at 5904 Marlin. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, then that request is granted. If you would please it's probably been a minute if you emailed it before your request and the order. If you will email the conforming order to Ms. Hernandez, my.hernandez@epcounty.com, and that request will be granted. Okay.
Judge, if I may, thank you for getting to us today. Ms. Morey, the process server that went to her domicile, said the neighbors told him she was also in that rehab center. So when we prepare an amended order, can we put both addresses for Ms. Morey?
Well, I guess that's, I mean, if you're asking for both, I would like to see it in the petition, right? Because although it might be in the affidavit, it's not in the document, in the petition itself. And so I wanted to make sure I understood, because I did go through and read it last time. I can't remember what we were here on before, if we were on here for a previous hearing. But I know I read through this one, and that's why I asked for it to be set for hearing. In any event, if you're asking for a service outside of what's in your original request, please amend that, and you can forward that, and I will consider what we've discussed today as the hearing on that amended motion, and then send me the conforming order as well.
So we'll send you an amended motion and a conformed order.
Correct.
Thank you very much, Judge. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too, y'all. Take care. Okay, who's next?
Mr. Gramblin is on, Judge. I don't know if you want to go back to that one or.
Let's go back to that one. Let's bring in Mr. Alvarez and Mr. Gramblin, please. Good morning, gentlemen. We are back on the record in cause number 2022 DCV 3387 Jennifer Ramos versus Sarah Nicole Arispe. May I have announcements, please?
Michael Alvarez for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Randy Gramling on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Grambling. Mr. Alvarez was updating the court that there's a potential mediation date of May, was it 15th?
We circulated May 13th. Yeah, either AM or PM.
Is that, have you confirmed that? Is that a finalized date? Because we have a trial setting on the 17th.
Your Honor, I think so, but I have to check. I went on my calendar and I apologize. I should have been here 30 minutes ago. Let me ask you, is there any chance, I know that you have us on May, is there any chance you, we're going to mediate it on that date, but is there any chance that you can move the trial back to June, just 1 month back?
I don't have an issue moving the trial. I want to make sure I'm hearing, because I think we did this at the last setting. We talked about this at the last setting, and I still don't have a finalized mediation date. So what I want to know is May 13th, May 15th, I'm sorry, May 13th, a firm date?
Let me ask you, Michael, did you get it lined up with Ancliffe, Moss, or Villa? Who did you get it lined up with?
Judge Ancliffe, it's an availability date. I'm trying to get additional dates as we speak from our schedule.
Go ahead and book it. Book it.
May 13th. Okay. Would you have a preference, morning or evening?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll book it. We'll book what's available then on May 13th. Let me send that message right now to our scheduler.
As long as I know that it's a firm date, you all don't need to be concerned that that jury trial is a firm date. Okay, I just want to get this mediation squared away, and then from there we can figure out what's going on. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much for your time.
Michael, call me on another case, please. Thank you, Judge.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge. Bye-bye.
Who's next?
Next one is page 3, Your Honor.
Hold on a second. Yeah, let me make sure what's after that, because I know we have
that one's a lot of participants.
yeah, and it's gonna be something of a hearing. Let's take care of the next two scheduling conferences and the final civil pretrial on page 4.
Okay, Judge. 0164.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Green.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Are we missing defense counsel?
Yes, I don't see him anymore, Judge.
Who was it?
Okay, I got it here.
Mr. Mendez, are you there? All right, good
Yes,
morning.
Your Honor. Good
Calling
morning.
cause number 2024 DCV 0164, Maria de la Luz Ocampos versus Allstate. May I have announcements, please?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Donald Green for the plaintiff.
This is Sergio Mendez for the defendants, covering for Mr. White.
Okay, we're set for a scheduling status conference. Let me see. I just have it for a scheduling status conference, although I see there is a motion by Allstate to sever, or by defendants to sever. That was not scheduled for today. How about we get you all a trial date?
Sounds great, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Mendez, if you all need a hearing on that motion, please request it through the court coordinator.
Okay.
We're looking at a year. Can you do 9 months? I'll throw that out there. 9-month turnaround since it's been pending for a minute, or do you want that full year? Full year will put us in April of 2025.
Your Honor, for plaintiff, you know, we've already made some progress with discovery and we've been working kind of in the background, you know, waiting for a trial date. So I think that's feasible.
9 months?
Yes, I agree, Your Honor.
Okay, let's do January. January 24th, 2025. That'll give us a docket call date of the 22nd. Let me look at. So you're probably looking at the 18th for a final civil pretrial, which gives you a mediation deadline of December 17th. Okay.
Understood.
All right. So what we'll do is get you the scheduling order, fill it out, pick a mediator that you all will agree to include it on the scheduling order, and return it before that hearing for entry of that scheduling order. You don't have to appear. Anything you need a hearing on outside of those dates, please just submit your pleading with your request for hearing. Okay.
All right. Will do. Thanks, Your Honor.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good day.
All right. You too.
Okay, the next one. Oh, Miss Lapinati.
And here we go, Judge.
We're back. Sorry to
We
keep you
are
waiting.
back. It's all
Let's
right, Judge.
see, Alvarez.
This is so funny. I am into computers. I don't know if I've ever told you this, Judge, but I love Zoom. It's like, I love the power of Zoom, you know?
Gives us a lot of, it's very efficient. It's very efficient. Miss Alvarez, are you there?
I am. Yes, it wasn't letting me unmute or turn on my video. There we go.
Uh-oh, and we lost
There we
Miss
go.
Lapinati
There we go. I'm back.
after she sang the praises of Zoom. Let me see if she comes back.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm well. How are you all? Well, how are
Doing
you?
well.
Good.
Doing well, thank you.
Let me look at Odyssey. I'm sure Daniela will be coming back on.
I'm positive.
Let's see. I think I will put this one a year out. I'll give her just a minute. Miss Laminati, you were singing the praises of Zoom, and then you just
I jinxed it.
got too excited.
I jinxed it.
All right.
I mean, this is like the perfect, you know, depiction of how you can jinx something in life.
Okay, let me call it really quickly while everybody's here. 2023 DCV 0040, Jasmine Silva et al. Versus Albino Rangel Ramirez et al. May I have announcement?
Good morning, Your Honor. Again, Daniela Labinotti for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rebecca Alvarez for early transport and Albino Ramirez.
Okay. All right. Do we still have Mr. Gonzalez outstanding? RRR trucking?
Yeah, we haven't done much on this case, Judge. I don't know what's going
Okay. Well, are you all asking, we're set to give you all a trial date. I'm probably looking at least April 2025.
I think that would be fine with us, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Daniela.
No, go ahead. Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
We haven't done depositions. I need to, it looks like there was a lead counsel that, I mean, Rebecca just came in as lead counsel in 2024. So I don't think Rebecca and I have kind of, worked on the file because, she just came in. So the only person we have, Judge, is Ramirez and Early Transport LLC. I'm not sure. I think Gonzalez hasn't filed an answer. I want to check on the service real quick. Yeah, I mean, we did a motion for for posting. Have you signed that, Judge? Yes, you have. So.
Wow, that's since 2023?
Yeah, he hasn't filed an answer.
Okay.
They don't care. I guess but I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know why.
And in full disclosure, we've also, because I know that we wanted to make sure that they're also I think there's some weird procedural stuff on the carrier end. They're trying to figure out if there's coverage there. I'm not sure. We're looking for various contracts and stuff to see if there is a relationship where maybe we can help speed that along. But we haven't been notified. Yeah, we haven't been notified by anybody, and our carrier hasn't, but we just want to, I had them start moving on that maybe about a month ago when I came in. So I can certainly touch base and see where we are. And that way Daniela can figure out what she needs to do on her end, as far as Mr. Ramirez goes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Mr. Ramirez, Mr. Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, yeah. So what I think we need to do, Rebecca, I'm going to send you an email with everything we have done and where we are. I don't know if the guy even has insurance, so I'm not sure about that, but I think that's what we need to figure it out, because I'm looking at the liability correspondence and it's with you guys. So I don't have anything from Mr. Gonzalez, and I don't even know if his insurance would, if he has anything. I honestly don't know.
Right.
So I'm a little confused. Also, we had a discovery control plan signed off on back in June of 2023 that had us set for trial, and then we canceled everything. Not really sure why that happened.
Yeah, it probably should not have happened, Judge, with not having all the parties. I think because we had, I mean, and maybe like, Rebecca's client will be fully the coverage and all of that. But obviously, I know she needs to entertain any other potential coverages out there. Obviously, it helps everybody. But yeah, I don't think we should have done that without addressing this issue. So maybe what we need to do best, instead of even getting a trial setting, why don't we just schedule this for like a 60-day follow-up, give Rebecca and I, or even 90 days, whatever the court wants, because as you see in my calendar, Judge, I'm pretty much in trial in the month of May. I even have like a federal trial. One just settled right now, but I'm just like dying. So I don't know if the court wants to do something in June to follow up to give us a chance, or July.
I'm going to do 60 days. I'm going to do 60 days for a status, scheduling status conference to review service, because every time that we delay this, it's going to delay your trial date. And
You're
I don't really want to do that. It's just going to keep pushing things back. So 60-day reset. Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Right. So Rebecca, I will send you an email. I'm in mediation right now in another computer.
Okay.
I'll send you an email midday.
Not a problem. Thank you so much, Daniela. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Bye,
you. Y'all have a
Judge.
good day. Bye.
Judge, I'll let you know what happens after my pretrial, if I'm going on that other case or we're going on your case.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's bring in, let me ask Deborah, you need a break before we get into this one, because it may go through to noon at least.
Judge, we still have that final civil pretrial.
Oh.
Page 4.
Sorry. Okay, let's take care of that one and then we'll take a break.
Yeah, right. Break will be good.
Not Mr. Pena. All right, Mr. Moss, are you here? Good morning, Mr. Lincoln.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing?
I'm all right. There he is. Okay.
All right, Judge.
That's okay. Calling 2022 DCV 2141, Medrano et al. Versus Maroney Shields et al. May I have announcements, please?
Mitch Moss for the plaintiffs. Carlos Rincon and Amado Montoya for the defense.
And we are scheduled for final civil pretrial conference. I was told there no longer needs to be a hearing on the motion, a motion to compel. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so final civil pretrial. This is the one we had all that weird schedule.
Right, so we were a little confused on whether this was the old pretrial or a new one, and so I think we may need a little more time to get a few things together, Judge, because we talked this morning, and I think everybody was a little bit confused as to what we need to do today, but we'll get caught up, and maybe Mr. Rincon can add to that, because I think Ms. Vasquez was talking to Mr. Montoya.
Yes, Your Honor. We were looking at the hearing for today. It looked like it was attached to the former pretrial order. So we're talking about exchanging pretrial documents sometime next week or the week after. Pretty straightforward stuff. And the only issue I have is I was notified yesterday by an expert life care planner that she's got a personal conflict for trial and was wondering if she could be called out of order. Her name is Charlene Canada, or if the court would entertain for trial purposes a video feed. I've done it twice in other trials, but of course that needs to be run by and be kosher with everyone. That's really the only peculiar issue I have.
Mr. Moss?
Happy to accommodate, yeah, however we need to, Judge.
Yeah, and I don't, by the way, if counsel, because they have an economist from Pennsylvania and two experts from Houston, if they need to come in by video feed, I won't have any objection to doing that.
I don't hate it, and as long as you all are in agreement, and we are prepped sufficiently to make sure we don't have any technical issues that would just be headaches, then I don't have a problem with that. What else before
Judge, we filed some dispositive motions. Well, a no evidence summary judgment, and then a few Dalberts, and we just needed to be heard on those. Pretty straightforward. I think we can get them all covered in 15 minutes for the motions combined, and then the dispositive. So I think we're set for like 30 minutes of hearing time, which I think is way more than enough.
I have hearings on May 1st, both on summary judgment and Daubert hearing.
Yeah, those would be it. And then I can talk to Mr. Moss and Ms. Vasquez about any other peculiar evidentiary issues that they have questions on. That what I'd like to do is, if we can, like me and Mr. Moss, we tried a case recently, is try to agree to the admissibility of all their exhibits. That way it's pretty seamless, and it just moves along pretty quickly. As I understand it, we're actually scheduled to start with jury selection on a Thursday.
And I was just confirming the panel. We do have the courtroom
Yeah.
reserved for jury selection.
And Judge, you know, the way if we start on Thursday, I anticipate we would go right into evidence on Thursday afternoon, right? Okay, yeah. So I'll work with Mr. Moss so that he can put on his witnesses, and if he needs folks from our truck company available during his case in chief live, we'll get them here.
Okay.
Sounds good to me, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay, I was a little, and I don't know, because I know we talked about scheduling so much last time. I feel like this came up in emails or when I saw some settings. And since I'm not hearing anything other than today seemed to be an old setting, I'll just leave everything as is and I won't look any further. I did want to confirm your panel and then we'll have our hearing on the first. Okay. Alrighty. Then we'll see you on the first. Thank you very much. If there's nothing else, you all are excused.
Okay, Judge. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care. Okay, now we'll take a quick break before we start the next hearing.
Mr. Patterson? Mr. Patterson? Mr. Patterson, good morning. Morning, Mr. Patterson. Mr. Patterson, can you hear me?
Maybe you can just type in the cause number in the chat of what case he's here on. I think he's indicating his computer was freezing. I think he's saying he's here on 3028, but I don't know who he represents.
I'm not sure. You want me to let him in with everybody?
Just have him put it in the chat to see who he represents. He's responding via chat. Okay, so if there's a phone-in number that isn't through he might try that. You might let him know to try that.
Okay. I'm going to remove him, Judge.
That's fine. I think he said he's going to try switching devices. And so he was Juan Alonso, right? Cross defendant.
Yes.
Juan or Jose?
Jose Alonso. Jose Alonso.
So I wonder, is Mr. Greenberg in here as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Deborah, are you ready? Okay. Let's go ahead and bring him in, and then I can check with Mr. Greenberg. Maybe that is a colleague of Mr. Greenberg.
Hello, can y'all hear me? This is Evan Patterson. I apologize.
Yes. Okay. That was the one we were having some
I'm
technical issues.
I'm so sorry. I don't know. I was trying to, my computer was working, but I couldn't, I was clicking the unmute and start camera button and it just wasn't working. I've never had that happen before. I don't know what it is. So I really apologize.
If we learn anything from all this time of using Zoom, there's always something else that's
That's right. Yeah.
kind of glitchy. So I think that's everyone, and my apologies for the delay. You all were set a little bit earlier, but I knew this was going to take a minute. And so I kind of put you at the back of the list. So I apologize for some of you it means one. But anyways, let's get started. Let's get started on the status conference calling cause number 2021 DCV 3028. Rosa Maria Saucedo de Alonso et al. Versus Fifth Floor Freight LLC et al. May I have announcements?
This is Matt Greenberg from Zell and Associates for the Alonzo plaintiffs. Good morning.
Good morning.
Or afternoon, I guess.
Morning.
Morning, Your Honor. This is Stuart Forbes representing Edith Erickson and Daniel Huerta, and also Bertha Yanez.
Paul Wilson, I represent the Detmar Logistics, Leasing, and all other Detmar defendants.
Good morning.
Good morning, Judge. Randy Ordonis on behalf of defendant F&F Construction.
And good morning or good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Norm Snyder. I represent Fifth Floor Freight LLC, Fifth Floor Freight Holdings LLC, and Vorto LLC, who have been sued by the Alonzo family.
Good afternoon for you.
Morning, Your Honor. Ali Shackle on behalf of Vorto Operations.
I feel like I'm missing someone. Did I miss?
Nick Pena, attorney for Claudia Guzman, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Volpetta on behalf of Vorto Operations and Vorto Technologies.
Evan Patterson on behalf of counter defendant Jose Alonzo.
All right. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. We are set today for a status conference. I was trying to go through a few things because I did see that there was a request to have an expedited status conference from you, Mr. Pena, regarding the trial date. But I also had, well, at least one motion that a motion to strike Claudia Guzman, that I don't believe, I don't see it scheduled today, although I have a little note on here that it was scheduled for today. I didn't see that. So
I did not get notice of that. For today's hearing, it was only a signed order for the status conference. And I can address that just very quickly.
Let's take care of that, please.
Okay, yes. So for the status conference, Your Honor, you know, we have a trial date of November 1st. So you can tell we have numerous parties, and there have been some additional parties added to this case. Now, there's additional discovery that we do need to complete with the size of the case for liability, damages, and then, of course, there is some fighting regarding standing of parties, not just mine, but there will be additional issues with other parties in this case. And so I believe that we can address all those issues by effort, but we do need new scheduling order deadlines. And so some of these deadlines just were not workable, and we're up against the clock on some expert deadlines. So that's why I had filed. But since then, we've reached an agreement to hold off on those expert deadlines. And of course, we're not the only party seeking or have filed, you know, a claim against defendants in this case. Mr. Greenberg's clients are, you know, the lead plaintiffs on this case. So there's lots of moving parts, and just felt that the scheduling order just needed to be addressed so we can move forward.
Is everyone well, let me ask this. Is there anyone that does not agree that this trial date needs to be moved, or we need to have a new trial track?
Your Honor, Stuart Forbes, I'm in agreement that it needs to be put off. I am the one that filed the motion to strike Claudia Guzman on behalf of my clients, and I also filed yesterday a late plea and abatement asking that discovery be put off until we can resolve that issue. And the reason being is that there is that issue is being litigated presently in the probate courts, and there's no point in litigating it in your court and the probate court because they're the same issues. So
as you all, sorry, Mr. Forbes, let me just ask. So I have to assume that all of you all are talking to one another about maybe proposed scheduling, or maybe not. Have you all
It's a
get?
good idea that we should talk to each other.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, frankly, you all know better, as in terms of a timetable, what we're looking at. I'm obviously very flexible especially if we're talking later. In other words, if we're talking about pushing things back, I just need to know that everyone is in agreement. I'm not so sure I would like to, I'm not so sure I would do that without a scheduling order in place. Okay, so I would like to have a date certain, even if it's a year out. Okay, and when I say a year out, I mean a year out from our November trial date. I'm not talking about a year out from today. I think I understand how complex this case is going to be. So frankly, in terms of the court's calendar and scheduling, it's a lot easier for me to put you into fall of 2025 where I can make some room for you all than it is to put it sooner. But I just need to know that that isn't going to, that it's going to conform with what you all need. So does anybody have any thoughts?
Well, Judge, this is Norm Snyder. I definitely agree that the trial needs to be put off at least until sometime in 2025. Everybody may have different views about when, but I think given the number of parties and the number of attorneys that have been involved in this case in prior conferences that we've had with Your Honor, it has made it very difficult and challenging to schedule depositions because everybody's busy and everybody isn't always available on the same date that other lawyers are. So I just think we need to be very realistic about not only the trial setting, but extending current discovery deadlines, expert designation deadlines, and so forth, so that we don't have to keep coming back to you and ask you for more time.
Well, I couldn't agree more. So does anybody have a problem with November 2025? Mr. Greenberg, I think you look a little stressed. What's going on?
I'm always stressed. No, I think the question was whether or not we're going to pause discovery while the probate court matter for the Guzman family was sorted out, and I'm opposed to that. I'm opposed to taking any part of our discovery period and just stopping it while a tangential matter that doesn't relate to my clients proceeds in the probate court. So if that, and I'll be frank with Your Honor, this is my second day back out of 3 weeks. I've been in trial in Dallas, so I haven't caught up. I've got 3,000 unread emails. But my understanding of it is that there's a request to pause discovery pending the outcome of the probate matter, and I am opposed to that.
So I did hear Mr. Forbes. I'll tell you how I'm kind of generally hearing everyone. I'm not so much saying we are pausing, that I am amenable to pausing things because of the probate matter. If it happens to, give the probate matter some breathing room to have some type of disposition, so be it. But I just feel like in general, what I'm hearing from everyone is everyone needs more time. And that's what I'm really focusing on. I am not focusing on per se, oh, we're just going to let probate sort something out.
Okay.
And so, and that's, that's just how, it's nothing specific to y'all's case or the probate court. It's just, I'm not generally holding up my docket for any other court. Okay. So no, no disrespect to probate court or anybody else. Just, it seems to me that, yes, this started off like a big case and it's just kind of getting a little bit more like this. And I recognize that. So I want to make sure our settings are realistic and allow you all the time to do what you need to do to be ready. It so happens that might be convenient for the court because hey, if I'm not going on your case in November, then guess what? I get to fill that one up, and then I can give you a whole new spot where you all can either target to resolve everything, or we will be in trial and I can give you, 2 weeks or whatever it takes. Okay. So I hear you, Mr. Greenberg. Mr. Forbes, also, I recognize what you're saying. I just am kind of taking it from the general perspective that you all need more time.
Sure.
And so.
Your Honor, the only reason I filed that motion to pause everything is that based upon what happens in the probate court, either my client is going to be out of the case completely, or Mr. Pena's client is going to be out of the case completely. That's the situation. And as far as time goes, I just didn't think that it would be appropriate to spend a lot of time and money on a case when maybe I or he or neither one of us are going to be involved.
So
but I just wanted the court to understand that.
I hear you, Mr. Forbes. I will say this. If that is the crux, I haven't looked. I just see the entry. I think it was filed yesterday, the plea and abatement.
That's correct.
We can set that for hearing, and I don't mean any of my comments or anything Mr. Granberg saying regarding that topic to mean anything about your actual pleading that is filed. We can have a hearing on it and go from there. I'm just understanding right now that we're looking at scheduling. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe there are other things to consider. But I'm not hearing that in that detail today.
Okay,
So,
well, then I agree with the court. Let's just go ahead and do the scheduling, and we'll save that for another day.
What I will say, because there's probably, well, no, there's not that many entries. Okay, there's not. That if there is anything that requires a hearing that has been filed, please just let Ms. Hernandez know and we will get you scheduled. For now, we have a final judges conference in July. I don't want to wait that long. Can you all take this as a scheduling status conference? Can I just give you November 2025? Is anybody so booked that you already know you're not available in November 2025? Because if not, I want to tag you all and kind of reserve you if you're available.
Judge Norm Snyder, again, I'm certainly fine with that, but I think fundamentally we need to know when the trial setting will be, because once we know that, then I think we can work backward from that and agree upon some appropriate deadlines for discovery, designation of experts, and so forth.
So I think I'm going to, well, let me see. I'm looking at November 7th, but this is a 2-weeker. Is that what we're anticipating? Right? So maybe we want to back up to October 31st, 2025. No costumes for jury selection. Can we do it? So that'll be Friday, October 31st. Your docket call will be the 29th. Your final civil pretrials 30 days before that. Basically, with those dates, it's going to be the same kind of thing. I think we've done this before. We circulate the scheduling order. You all do what you need to do and just tailor it to whatever you all need. Return it back to the court. We'll get you set. Right now, we need to make sure. And honestly, I'm just going to say not schedule anything between the 31st and the 14th, which probably gets us pretty close to Thanksgiving. So it sounds like I'll have a nice flexible November next year, unless everything gets resolved here.
Well, Your Honor, what was that trial date again?
October 31st.
Okay.
Am I looking at the right year? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Maybe during the trial, we could have an election party or something.
Oh, is that,
That's this year, but I mean, the 4th on 2025 is another election year.
well,
I misread my calendar.
if we need to, we'll take, can't figure out my Zoom issues. Okay. If we'll need to, we'll take time off on the 4th, but we're going to start on the 31st because I just don't know how long. We say 2 weeks, but I don't. So those are your dates. If you all will circulate a scheduling order, have it returned to the court within 2 weeks with everything filled out. Anything outside of those dates, just submit your pleading with your request for hearing. And as I mentioned, if there's anything that now has been filed that you would like a hearing on, same process. Once I receive that back from you all, then your July, August, October, and November 2024 dates will be canceled and reset according to the scheduling order. Okay. All right. That was painless.
Very good. Okay, we'll circulate proposed schedule order. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else for today?
Nothing.
Wow.
No,
Have a
Your
good one. Take care, everybody.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.